What's up? What's up, everybody? I guess Amy, you look in a whole different direction.
Oh,
What is
because
up? Go ahead.
technical difficulties. I'm trying to join you via my computer as well. So I don't know if you can
Oh.
see that I'm there. Um, so that's why I was looking the other way because I was like, how do I get Dee Dee to notice me on the computer?
All right, guys. So as you can see, I'm with my avatar, and then of course the beautiful Amy is live in person, and she's looking beautiful. So I haven't seen her in such a long time. So basically, I'm this is the first time I'm seeing you, and I'm like, oh my God, you look like you lost weight. You look good. Everything looks good. So you said you'll tell me about that later. But before we get into it, guys, before we get into it, I know I told you guys that I was going to go live, and then I turned around, and then I said, okay, I'm not going to go live until Monday, and then Bops, I'm live. So yeah, we're
Yay!
live.
We're
So what
live.
I would love for you guys to do, for those who are watching me on YouTube, please go ahead and take this opportunity to subscribe to the show. Please like the video and please share, just like you don't care. No, you gotta care. You gotta care. So I'm glad that we're on here. And so I called up Amy, me and her, like a really, really good friends. And we were talking, and I was like, Amy, I want to go live because I did this video um like maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And it was just an update about what I'm doing and all the other good stuff. And somehow I started talking about the whole Nicki Minaj situation. And it was really focused on the fact that she made a tweet, and the tweet caught the attention of Dr. Fauci. And I believe the tweet that she made was something, and Amy, you probably did your research, which I'm sure you did. And
Of course I did.
I'm sure you did. You did your research. Um, uh, you said they found it. um, and what's up? What's up? How you doing? So anyway, I'm sure you did your research and you know exactly what she said. So if you have, I would love for you to go ahead and talk about that. But anyway, what had happened was she made a comment and basically said that the COVID shot that a relative took it and was affected by it, and Dr. Fauci got on and they had like a back and forth, and then all of a sudden she was like, oh my goodness, I went to go log into my Twitter and Twitter shut me down. And everybody was like, oh my God. So that's what I was talking about, because based on the chatter on the streets, they were saying that Nicki Minaj was, locked out of her Twitter because of the comments that she made. And
Hmm.
then, so as I'm doing my research, I read a magazine, and Forbes was saying, well, Twitter said, no, that wasn't us. We wouldn't do that. So that's what I want to talk about. Plus, I want to talk about what's going on with her husband and the real and all of that good stuff too. And
Ooh,
also
ooh.
too, we want to talk about upcoming project that me and Amy is in, and I want to talk about Aime Alonzo's new YouTube channel. Yay! I know that was a long, long, long interest, but so Amy, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, enjoying being here with you. We haven't done this in a long time, so I am very happy to be
I
joining you
know.
today. And I did my research, like you said, but I gotta tell you, the bigger drama is with Nicki Minaj's husband. That's the biggest drama.
Ooh, honey, you cannot be so true. You really can. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really want to touch it because of the nature of it.
Yeah.
And I actually did do like a video, but it wasn't based on it. Well, we didn't talk about Nicki Minaj, but it's based on the situation. Would you ever date somebody that was a convicted felon? And I asked a question. And it was crazy the answers I got, but for the most part, people were like, as long as they change their pass around, yeah. But Nicki Minaj's situation is getting dicey and hot, honey. So, whew, so
Oh,
I'm gonna let you talk
yeah.
about your research. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Sure. So what I found out was that her I guess he's still her boyfriend. I don't know if he married him or not because
They're
I
married.
couldn't
They're
they're married
married.
now. Okay,
They are
because I
married.
couldn't find anywhere that it was official that they had gotten married, but um her husband or Kenneth Petty, when he was 16, he raped another 16-year-old and he went to jail
Mm,
for 4 years. And then later on, he killed a man and went to jail for 7 years.
whoa.
So what's happening now is that they're trying to get this woman who allegedly was raped, by Kenneth Petty to recant her story so that the charges can be dropped so that he will no longer have to register as a sex offender. And that's the
Mm,
battle that they're going through right now
mhm,
because I get it. It must be hard for Nicki Minaj to have a child with this man, and this man cannot go to all these places where there are children. I don't know if people realize that, but he cannot go to, like, you know, the PTA meetings, or he cannot go pick up his kid unless, they go through certain steps to let the school know. He can't go to like amusement parks. I mean, there's like all these restrictions when you are a registered sex offender. And so the big issue right now that's happening is that they're trying to get the woman, her name is Jennifer Huff. They're trying to get the woman to kind of recant her story, drop the charges, so that he doesn't have to register as a sex offender, so that he can go to all these places freely. And the woman is saying, no way, I'm not recanting. And they're throwing money. When I say they're, Nicki Minaj and her people are throwing money at the woman, trying to get her to change the story. And she's saying, no, I'm not doing it. I saw an interview with Jennifer Huff, and it was on The Real. Um, and I gotta say that I feel she's a credible witness. Like, she was telling her
okay.
story, and it was so emotional and heartfelt, and you can tell that she's been through a lot of trauma because of this situation. And that's what she was complaining about. She was like, look, I went into hiding 27 years ago approximately. I didn't, want to relive this. And then all of a sudden she's reliving it. So the first time that it happened, she had to move away because it happened in New York. She had to move away to another state, start a new life to forget what had happened. And then now, apparently, Nicki Minaj's followers were the ones that went and did research and looked for her and found her and put her name out there. And so now, again, she's like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not looking to be in the public eye. I'm not looking for money. I'm not looking for anything, but I'm not going to recount my story either, because what happened happened. And
Right.
that's where this big battle is going on because, some people are saying, oh, well, she was 16 and he was 15. And so they were dating. And so, he couldn't get out of jail because he didn't have the money because he lived in the hood. So, how are you going to get that kind of money to get yourself out when you're 16 years old? But the woman is saying that's not what happened. It's not that he couldn't get himself out of jail because he didn't have bail money. He was convicted. He was convicted of it. That's what they're saying. So there's like, it's a tough story because there's some empathy that you have for both sides. Like, how upsetting is it to Nikki not to be able to have her husband go with her and her child to all these places? But then
Right.
again, if this really did happen to this woman, how do you tell her to go and drop everything and appear to be a liar when she knows, or she says that this did happen. So it's a very tricky situation, and a lot of people criticizing Nicki and saying, why would you get involved with this kind of a man? Why would you, with
Yeah.
all the money and the fame and the talent that you have, why would you get yourself involved with a person who has this type of criminal record? But as some of your viewers have said, if they've changed, if they're, reformed, why not give somebody a second chance?
Yeah, yeah, and that discussion kind of got really deep because a lot of people felt like you should give somebody a second chance. Um, my whole thing about this is that I feel like you. I feel like you is I feel in a way is it called empathy? What is it called? Sympathy or empathy towards Nicki Minaj because she fell in love with this guy, and regardless of what he did, which was something I think is personally I think is horrible. I think that's a horrible thing to do. He did go to jail. He did serve his time and he's out, and she sees him for what she sees him. And like you're saying, if she wants to go to a park with her child, which they have a gorgeous child. If they want to go to the park with their child, if there's other children, her husband can't come along. He can't share in those things which she probably felt that she was going to do when she was in this relationship. I mean, the YouTube streets, although, is saying that Nikki is harassing this young lady and bullying her allegedly to recant her story. And so, whether that's true or not, I don't know. And I hope it's not. And I feel for the young lady too. I feel for her because, you know, um, you know, um, without going into my personal situation, being a victim myself, you don't want people to treat you as the evil one. You don't want people to look at you as the villain because what you went through is the most horrific thing you can ever go through in your life. And for somebody to belittle it, your story to tell is the most horrifying thing ever.
Right.
And I honestly feel that she did. Allegedly hearing the stories, of course I'm hearing from other bloggers that are talking about that. Armand, I think his name is Armand. He
Oh,
talked.
uh-huh.
His name is Armand. He happens to be, and I hope I'm saying his name right, but he happens to be a fellow blogger, and he talks about that particular date, what happened to her, and he goes through it, and it drops my soul to listen to something like that. So for her to say, okay, that happened when I'm 16 and I'm in my 40s now, you don't want to have to relive that over and over and over again. And she did
Yeah.
all the things that she was supposed to do. Some people were like, well, why are you waiting until now? No, she didn't wait till now. When it happened to her, she went and she got somebody immediately. She reported this to police. He got in trouble and he did spend his time for it. So she did all the things that she was supposed to do.
Well,
And
actually, she's not the one that reported it to the police.
oh, okay, okay, what
It was
happened?
it she The way the story was told was that she ran to school and
Okay,
she was like crying and stuff, and the security guard was like, "Where were you? You're late," and all this stuff. And so she told the security guard what happened, and the school called the police.
okay,
So that's how that she wasn't the one that called. And then um they were telling her something like if she changed the story or something like that, that she would also go to jail. But she said that I think her family wanted it to go away. So her family was like, just drop the charges and it'll just go away. Pretend
wow,
like it never happened.
wow, wow. Oh,
So
this
that
breaks
was
my
the
heart.
problem. She didn't do that. She actually told I think it was the prosecutor that they were asking her to drop it, and so they continued with the case, and that's how he ended up in jail. And the thing is that Jennifer Hough, the woman, is saying that, this man, Kenneth Petty, has been registering for the past 20 something years as a sex offender.
Hmm.
But it's only now because he's with Nicki Minaj and he's famous, and they want to live their lifestyle how they want to live it. Now he doesn't want to register. So he didn't register when he was supposed to, and he got arrested for that. And so that's what created the debacle because, of course, Nicki Minaj is so famous. Like everybody's following her every move and everybody
Yeah.
wants to know what's going on. And she's putting everywhere, this is her man. So now they see his name, and then, somebody breaks the story that he got arrested. So now it's everywhere. And so that's how this woman, Jennifer Hough, came into the spotlight. And it seems that she wasn't looking for it. It's just because of these incidents that
Right.
people went and started looking for her and found her and put her out there.
Hmm.
And the harassment is because apparently Nikki and her people are going around offering money to this woman's family members, some of which she hasn't spoken to in years, and offering her money too. Like it's basically hush money,
Hmm.
change your story and just be quiet about it. And Armand was saying that $20,000, really, that you got all this money
Okay,
and you're
good.
gonna
You saw
offer.
that video. You know what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about. And he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's a slap in the face, is what he was saying. Which, okay, I get it. She has a lot of money. But to me, it's not because she has a lot of money, it's a slap in the face. It's because if this happened, right, this woman's soul was taken from her when that happened. Her
Ooh,
innocence
honey.
was taken from her when that
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
$20,000 for your innocence? I
yeah.
don't know. Is that what your innocence is worth? I don't know.
Mhm.
But thank God, I don't have that type of experience, but I can most certainly say that, you know, in my opinion, is worth a lot more. But again, this woman is not looking for money. She's not the one saying, I want money or whatever. She's saying, just leave me alone. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to, know anything about this. I don't want to talk to your people. I don't want the money. She doesn't want the money. Just
She
make it go
wants to be
away.
left alone. She wants to live her life and have a normal life. I think,
Yeah.
and the gentleman's the name of the YouTuber show is the Armand Wiggins Show. So if you guys want to check it out, and I think the title is Nicki Minaj fans are dragging Kenneth Petty's victim. That's one of them, and then another one is Kenneth Petty's victim speaks out. Wendy Williams in a bad. Oh, I'm not going to read all of that. But anyway, those are
Oh,
the
yeah.
those are
Yeah.
the
And there's,
those are the
he did
two.
another
Yeah.
one that says Nicki Minaj's like biggest mistake or something like that. It's called.
Yeah, yeah. So his commentary on it is very interesting. It's very interesting. So you guys check it out if you want to hear a little bit more. And then he also goes into the detail of that day. And I just, oh my God, I cried. I cried
Yeah.
because,
It's,
like, the thing is that Nicki Minaj, when she came on the scene, I felt like she was different. And I like her whole flow. I loved it. And I still love her. I love her music to this, like, right now. I have not changed my mind about her music. I love her. I think she's a beautiful woman. And she fell in love who she fell in love with. And I feel sorry in a sense for her that, where she should be going through this fantastic life and this political, showing, because everybody, when they get married, they show off their husbands. When they get pregnant and have a baby, what they do, they show off the baby boom, the little bump and everything else like
yeah.
that. And now she's in the middle, smack middle of something that is, oh my God, it's crazy, you know. But Jennifer, the young lady, my heart goes out to her because she didn't even want to be in the limelight. She wasn't going to all of the blogs and be like, guess what this man did to me. She didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And like you said,
Yes.
they dug her up. So when they
Hmm.
dug her up, she went to the real, and her going to the real is big stuff. These bloggers have been talking about this for the longest time. They
Yeah,
really
yeah.
have. And one of the, some people love her, some people don't. Her name is Nosy Hoax. She's also another YouTuber. She's not on YouTube anymore. She talked
Oh,
about it a
yeah.
lot. Yeah, yeah. She talked about it a lot. So they've been talking about it for a minute, and I guess you call it the YouTube streets. I love that, the YouTube streets. But she's been talking about it a minute in the YouTube streets. But the real picked it up. That's mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that is mainstream, and they gave Jennifer Hoff the opportunity to, speak her words, speak her truth. And that's what they said. They said that, every woman should be able to speak her truth. And the other thing that was confusing to me, Dee Dee, and you can correct me if I have this wrong, but some of the people, the public that was commenting on all of this was saying, "Oh yeah, it's just some white girl like, trying to bring down a black boy." And to me, she didn't look white, but that's just me. So I was
No, actually,
confused.
she looks like a cousin of mine. She looks Cuban. She looks Cuban. She
Yeah,
looks like she looks like
she
my
could be
cousin.
Latina or she could
Yeah,
be black. I mean,
right. She could be mixed, or she could just be black. Like what? Why is that? That to me, that gets under my skin. Why do we have to say it's a white girl that said it? It's a black girl that said it. No, it was a
right,
young lady that was victimized. Period.
right.
Color doesn't matter.
Right, right. And the thing is that again, it wasn't a problem until Kenneth Petty decided not to register. Once he didn't register in California, because you're required to do so by law, once he didn't register, then they arrested him, and that's when this whole, craziness started happening. And and the reason why Jennifer Hough says that she's being harassed is because they're coming constantly up to family members, up to her, and offering money. Take money, take the money, take the money. And she's like, no, just leave me alone. And although some people have said, and it hurts for me to hear it, some people have said, oh well, it happened 27 years ago, so what's the big deal? You've never been through that. You'll never know how that traumatizes you. And number two is a lot of people are like, oh, I wish she would have raped me. I'd take the money. And I'm like, you don't
Oh
know
my
what you're
God.
saying.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah. It's like you have no idea what you're saying because you've never been through that. So
Exactly.
so I understand that there's a lot of mixed emotions because people may not understand, you know? And look, there's a comment, race doesn't belong in this conversation, and I totally agree with that.
Yes, I
It's
agree with
not
that.
a matter of
150, 300,
whether,
400%.
yeah, it's just, this happened to a person, this happened to a woman, and it shouldn't have happened. That's the bottom line. So I agree with that statement, that race shouldn't even be in this conversation. And that's why I was all confused because at first they said, oh, this white girl accused this, black boy. And then somebody else was saying, well, she's a black woman. I was like, oh, okay, but I don't know. I can't really tell. So what do I care? Like, what's the difference? If it
Yeah,
happened,
what's
it
the
happened.
difference? She was victimized. She was victimized. That's the only
Exactly.
subject, period.
Exactly.
Period. That
And
that
that's
really
why
gets
there's
under
so
my
much
skin.
harassment. Because not only are they talking about, whether she's white or black or whatever, um, they're talking about whether it really happened or didn't happen. And then people are speculating. And even they were saying about Nikki. Nikki was saying, well, they were dating, they were in a relationship. And Jennifer Hough is saying, no, I was never in a relationship with him. I knew him from the neighborhood. Everybody knew him from the neighborhood, but I wasn't in a relationship with him. So there's all these stories, and all these people want to comment on something as if they were there. So that's the other issue. If you weren't there, you can't really say what happened. You can't. Because as we know, there's always three parts to every story, right? There's your story, there's my story, and then there's the truth. So all we can go by is what happened legally, right? Legally, we know that Kenneth Petty went to jail for raping this girl. And legally, we know that he went to jail for killing a guy. We know that legally. Okay. Whether what happened didn't happen or did happen, we will never know because we weren't there. So all you can say is basically what we know based upon these legal documents. But there's a twist to it now, Dee Dee. Check it out. So Jennifer Hoff got so tired of all of this and all the harassment that now she's suing them. So
Well,
she's
good.
suing
You know
Kenneth
what?
Petty and Nicki Minaj, I guess, for the
Yeah,
harassment.
yeah, yeah. This is an unfortunate situation. It is
Yeah,
just, it's crazy. It is. It's crazy.
yeah.
And speaking about all of this, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the whole thing with the fact. And please forgive me, guys. I'm like, what? I'm walking up and down the stairs. I have a um, I'm going away to this event that a good friend of mine's is doing, I think in Maryland. So I'm trying to get everything together. So hence my avatar. I don't want you guys to see me in my curlers.
Ah, hey, that might get a lot of views, a lot
Oh
of
Lord, have
subscriptions.
mercy. No, honey.
It's like subscribe if you want to see Dee Dee and her curlers.
um, I also wanted to talk about the whole tweet thing. Like, was Nicki Minaj blocked out of her Twitter for what she said? Did she have the right to say what she said? Um, why is she sitting here beefing with Fauci, who's an MD, and she it's like that whole thing. So
Oh,
I originally did a video. The video that I did was not necessarily about what Nicki Minaj said, but the fact that she has 22 million followers on Twitter. And she makes this
yeah.
comment that the vaccine that her cousin took, you know, um, what she say?
Swelled up.
It's believable.
It swelled up something,
Yeah, something,
something,
something.
something only guys
Yeah,
have.
right. So that was my whole thing. I talked about that and everything. And a lot of people were like, well, what did she say so bad to get her kicked off of Twitter? So I said, well, let me look, just to make sure. And then I saw this article on Forbes, and
Uh,
basically it was saying rapper Nicki Minaj is claiming Twitter locked off access to her account Wednesday, 2 days after she suggested, without any evidence, a COVID-19 vaccine caused her cousin's friend in Trinidad to become impotent. but
her cousin's friend in Trinidad.
yeah, but
So
Twitter,
it's her cousin,
her cousin,
okay?
my
And it's the
cousin,
cousin's friend,
and the cousin friend, my
and
cousin,
they're
my
in another
cousin's uncle
country.
niece's daughter. But Twitter says it did not take action against Nicki Minaj. Basically, if you read the article a little bit more, I didn't have a chance to put the link down to it. Give me a chance. I'll probably go ahead and do it. If you read a little bit more, Twitter claims they were like, listen, you know, what she said didn't warrant her getting kicked off. So I'm just wondering if like she put the wrong code in or something.
Hey, that's happened to me. I've put
Yeah.
in like, try to log in to any account, like, whether it was my YouTube, my Facebook, my bank account, whatever, it's like, wait, is that the right password? Is that the right? And then you think, oh my God, I'm locked out. So it's possible.
It's so possible. It is so possible. Look,
Yeah.
I have To this day, Amy knows because she's like, "How come you have so many Facebook accounts?" Because I got locked
Yes,
out.
I
I
know. I
don't
was
know how to
like,
get back in it.
I called Didi up and I was like, I'm confused. I don't know which page to follow or like, are these people really you? Are these, posers? Like,
I'm
I'm
like,
getting
it
all
was
these friend
me.
requests and stuff, and it's from
Right,
people on
right.
different pages. So is this really your page? I don't know. I'm confused.
Oh gosh, it is crazy. But if you did want to follow me on Facebook, it's actress Dee Dee Walker. Box. There you go.
There you
I
go.
could get into that one. So that's the whole thing with that. So I thought we talk about that a little bit. But
Yeah.
here's a
So
picture
anything
of
is possible. But
yeah.
you know what? That was a good picture of her. But this whole thing about um maybe why she thought she got blocked is because there's a lot of people who have been spreading information through social media that is not true. And then when the social media pages fact check it, they find out that it's not true. They will take down your post. They don't
Oh.
necessarily block your page unless what you're
Mm.
saying is so outrageous. And I don't think that it was that outrageous for her to say, my cousin's friends, whoever in Trinidad, had their bees swell up because of the COVID vaccine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible that it
My
did
cousin's
happen.
friend in Trinidad became oh
Yeah.
gosh.
But that doesn't mean that it's because of the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, what
yeah.
what scientific research is there? It's just anecdotal. So you can't go by anecdotal information. You can't say, oh, for sure,
Mm.
the world is square and I'm gonna fall off the edge. We have no information to prove
What?
it.
It's not square? Wait a minute.
I
Oh my god.
swear, it's not.
It's
It's
not. It's
round, girl. It's round.
not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So I also wanted to talk about a project that me and Amy is in, and I'm really excited about it. It's called Too Real for You. Amy happens to be the one of the producers and the directors of it. And if you want to, and here's a flyer. Here's the flyer right here. It's meet the cast of Blessed Hands for You, and there's my little picture. I play Portia Love. So I'm gonna have
Mhm.
Amy tell us a little bit about it, just a little taste, little taste.
Yeah, so I'm very excited because we get to continue with the project. We're going to be filming in October, a couple of days in October, and so everybody, coming on to the project is going to be refreshed, and they're going to have a new script because Erlina put together a new script. So I'm excited to put the pieces together. That's Arlena. And we're gonna put all the pieces together so that we can. Oh, look at that! There's Portia. That Portia look. Let's see that again.
You look, look,
Oh
look,
my God,
look.
that's the Portia. You see that? You see that look
Coochie,
there?
coochie,
That's the Portia
mm.
look. Yeah, and I feel very excited to direct. I love to act, but I also love to direct. Directing is like, I don't know, like being the photographer in a moving picture, you know? You get to
Wow.
frame it and you get to place the people in their positions so that they can look good, so they can sound good. And I really enjoy it. I've had a really good time doing that in the past. So I'm looking forward to filming Miss Erlina's project.
Yeah,
And
me
so
too.
Dee Dee gets to reprise her role of
Yeah, I play
Portia
Portia Love.
Love. Oh, look at that face. Ooh, ooh,
I
baby,
don't know
watch
where I'm coming
out.
up with these
Mm-mm.
faces. Yes, Portia Love. She's manipulative. She's evil, cunning, and she does things just to get her own way. I love playing that part. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what they say, right? They
What's
say that the best, evilest villains on TV and in movies in real
uh-huh.
life are the nicest and the sweetest people. So that
Oh,
means that Didi must be like the sweetest person because she can
oh, well,
play
thank
that
you,
Portia
sweetheart. Thank
Love
you,
chick really
sweetheart.
well.
Well, Amy's my BFF, and she's the sweetest she can be. I come to her, I talk to her about everything. Oh, she's a
Yes.
research queen, that's for sure. She will research anything. I'll be like, Amy, guess what? She's like, hold on, let me research it. And she's beautiful, she's sweet, and I enjoy having you on this show. By the
Thank you.
way, guys, Amy has her own YouTube channel.
Yes,
Tell us
so the
about it.
channel is up, and you can find it. I don't have any like, substantial videos on there because I am in pre-production right now, but I am asking everyone if they feel inclined to do so to kindly subscribe in advance so that you don't miss the initial launch. So I'm diligently doing my research and putting together, my first episode. I already have a lot of content for the YouTube channel because I don't know if you guys realized it, but when I was doing my Everything Amy on 106tbcradio.com, I was also recording video. So a lot of
Ooh.
those shows, you'll be able to watch them as well as listen to them on my YouTube channel, including new material. And basically, my show has the same title as the radio show, Everything Amy, and I'm going to cover a lot of different topics. I just feel that every day we can have some sort of an adventure, that we can find, something positive and something good to do in life. And it doesn't have to be, this incredible thing or an expensive thing to do or, spend a lot of money. So I'm going to try to educate, entertain, and motivate people like I did on the radio show, but it's going to be visual. And so I've got, a lot of stuff going on in my head here
Ooh,
that I'm going to try to
honey,
put
I
out.
cannot wait. I cannot wait. And by the way, listen on 106tbcradio.com. She has a show that comes on Wednesdays. She is not taking a slight break, but she will be back pretty soon doing her shows. But we're playing repeats right now, so you
Yes.
can listen to a repeat that comes on. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Yes.
and
Oh, wait, it's 10 a.m., right? 10 a.m.,
yes, I
4
got it.
p.m., and 10 p.m. on Wednesday.
Right.
Then it's Thursday, the same thing, 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. And then Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2, right?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct. That is correct.
So you
So,
have an opportunity to catch up on some of the shows if you want to, because some of those shows on the radio station will not be on the YouTube channel. I did not video record all of them, only some of them. So
so we're
yeah,
we're yeah, we're getting ready and we're playing a bunch of repeats of it. So I want you guys to definitely check her out. She's an
yeah,
awesome interviewer, and I love the way she does story time and all that other good stuff. It's amazing. She did this really amazing Christmas story. I love that, and I'm looking for everybody loved it. So I'm looking forward to listening to that again this Christmas. Ooh,
oh
honey.
cool.
Yes, 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 yes. So you guys
Yeah,
definitely follow my sister friend here. She's doing some amazing things. She's also an actress as well. And
yes,
she's doing some amazing stuff with that. So
yeah.
everybody, I'm gonna come off of here. I want you guys to follow Amy. Amy, how can they follow you? We know that you're on 106tbcradio.com, but
Yes.
how can they follow you like on social media and stuff like that?
Sure. Thank you for asking, Didi. I appreciate it. I am on Instagram as Amy Alonzo Official. So it's my first name, AIME, Alonzo, ALONZO Official. And then on Facebook, it's Actress Amy. On Twitter, I think it's Everything Amy as well. And that's it. I don't have any other ones. And then, of course, on YouTube, it's also Everything Amy, like one word right now.
Mm-hmm.
um, on youtube.com. So, yeah, so please, if you can, subscribe. I would appreciate it.
Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Share the channels. Make sure you like her videos. Hit that notification bell.
Yeah, and I
Uh-oh.
and I posted a very, very short video on there just so that people could go and subscribe, because you have to put the channel live so that people can subscribe. And it's a picture that I actually took and I animated and added some music to it. So tell me what you think. Tell me, does it suck? Is it okay? You could take it or leave it. Leave me comments on the video. That would be cool.
Okay,
Oh,
awesome.
Melvin says
Yeah,
congrats.
Melvin's in the house. What's up, King?
Oh,
I
and
love
by the
me
way,
some
we
Melvin.
had we had Audrey on before. She was the one that made the comment
Yes,
about,
this is the comment
the
she
whole thing
made
not
right here.
being.
I thought that was a really good
Yes,
one.
Audrey is a good friend. I love her. She's so wonderful. She's like us, Dee Dee. You will love her.
Oh, I'm
So
sure I
fun,
will. I
so
would love to
cool,
meet her. Audrey,
very
I would love to
intelligent.
meet you if you're on here.
Absolutely. So she's definitely a good egg, just like us.
Awesome. I don't know if it's me, but you're blinking out a little bit. So
Oh,
on but what I'm
I
gonna
don't
do,
know. Is it me? I don't
I don't know.
know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It could be the
It's probably
reception.
me because I'm walking around and stuff like that. So everybody, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Dee Dee Walker Live show. For the most part, what I'm trying to do is post videos on Monday. And so if to keep up with that, just in case you're like, okay, did I miss it or whatever, please hit the notification bell and it'll alarm you when it does come up. Check them out, leave some comments, let me know what you think. I'm very open-minded. I'm not that type of chick that get on there and tell you three or four things and you tell me the fifth thing and I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I'm not
Oh,
that.
no, no, no. Listen,
Yeah.
Dee Dee is the sweetest, kindest person. I have always said it and I will continue to say it. She's a
Oh,
wonderful person and she is so caring.
oh
So if
gracias,
there's
Amy.
anybody,
Thank
that's why
you.
I tell you, if there's anybody that you should support, it's definitely Dee Dee. Dee Dee
Thank
Walker.
you.
She
Thank you.
deserves
Thank
it.
you. Thank you so much. And on that same note, please support Amy and her new channel. Make sure you guys subscribe it and let people know she's really awesome. As you can see, the commentary she did today was amazing. And it was refreshing to have her on here. And you guys will see her on here from time to time. And I'm sure that I'll be on Amy's show from time to time too,
Yes.
which would be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait to come over to your YouTube channel.
I know, me too. I'm excited to do collaborations with you all
Yes,
the time.
honey. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. All right, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please share if you care. And I'm out of here. Amy, thank you so much for coming on here. I'll call you after the show, Mama.
All righty. Arrivederci, everybody. Have a great evening.
Yes, honey. Adios, everybody.